We ain't going for it. We staying in our era. We going with the G. We work on cars. You know what I'm saying? We change all. We do all the real man shit. You feel me? We ain't influenced by nothing else.
Don't be making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
Get up, Mike. Get up.
Slim Thug just let something slip that could shake the whole rap game. He straight up dropped the one name Lil Baby's been hiding for years, and the way he did it had people's jaws on the floor. Forget the quiet whispers and hidden DL rumors. Slim didn't even waste time with all that. He locked eyes with the camera, hit a slick smirk, and went straight for the knockout punch. According to him, Lil Baby isn't the man fans think he is, because of an alleged secret fling with none other than music power player Mike Rubin. And if you watch closely, you can catch the exact second Slim decided to throw Lil Baby under the bus, and he looked way too satisfied about it. But Lil Baby, he's not laughing one bit. Word is he's been losing it behind the scenes, lashing out at people for not minding their business, and even talking tough about putting hands on Slim Thug if they ever cross paths. Now fans are starting to ask the real question: has Lil Baby been fronting about his tough street image this whole time? Because if Slim's story checks out, then maybe Mike Rubin really is the hidden key to Lil Baby's rise to the top. And those sugar daddy rumors people brushed off for years? They might not be so far-fetched after all. See, Lil Baby usually keeps it quiet when it comes to internet chatter. But this time, Slim pushed him right over the edge. The moment that video hit, all of Lil Baby's worst fears seemed to come crashing down, and he finally snapped. He jumped on IG stories and threw out a cryptic message. Dudes love talking until ish gets real. Then what?
Got y'all dressing. You is girls. You is all the way girls, man. Following y'all favorite rappers. D-Ray Davis, my brother. Yeah, man. Hey, man. That's in the flu in my era. I'ma just say that, man. You know what I'm saying? You better put your towel tee on or something, man. Before y'all be doing all this other. Y'all turning all the way to girls. What the like, even the girls know it. The girls look at y'all like girls. It's weird, bro. Like, I don't know what happened.
He deleted it quick, but it was already too late. Gossip blogs had snatched it up and reposted it everywhere. The post didn't give names, but it was just enough to send the rumor mill into overdrive. Some folks acted confused about who he meant, but the ones who've been in the game long enough, they connected the dots instantly, and the streets have been buzzing ever since. The person everyone figured Lil Baby was aiming at? Slim Thug, no doubt about it. Fans immediately went into detective mode, digging through both of their feeds, scanning every comment, every post, every side-eye remark, trying to stitch the whole messy story together. And once they started looking, it became crystal clear. Slim had been throwing shade at Lil Baby for a minute, and Baby finally decided he wasn't letting it slide anymore. So what even triggered Slim to go off? Believe it or not, it all started with one outfit Lil Baby wore on stage that showed off his thighs. The second Slim saw that clip, it was like a light bulb went off. He swore he had all the proof he needed that Lil Baby was living that sugar baby life with big industry names like Mike Rubin. For anyone who missed it, Lil Baby came out rocking a snug little tank top, some shorts, and topped it off with a pink belt. The look instantly had people whispering online, cracking jokes, and flipping from casual conspiracy theories to wild Lil Baby is gay claims. That's when Slim slid in like a hawk circling its prey. He couldn't wait to pounce. He jumped online and ripped into Lil Baby, saying he represented everything wrong with hip-hop right now. Slim wasn't trolling or joking either. His face was locked in, brows tight, and his voice was dripping with disgust. At one point, he even flat out said Lil Baby was a girl for dressing that way, and the irritation pouring out of him practically reached through the screen. And Slim didn't just stop at Baby. Even young Jock got caught in the crossfire. Slim dragged a recent look Jock wore on stage, a cropped sweater that showed his stomach, like he was on a mission to flame anyone stepping outside of his fashion rule book. But here's where things really heated up. Slim swore the clothes were just the surface, and fans started pulling receipts to back him up.
Even the whole Michael Rubin thing.
I was just gonna say.
Like,
I was just about to say.
bruh, I don't play with niggas, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, on no funny weird shit. You feel me? I'm dapping Kuzman up. And Mike's happy to see me. He run up on me.
Right.
I got 10 other pictures. We down there. We start down there. Bam, I'm telling his ass, Mike, I'll slam your ass neck. I'll break your neck in this. But we play like that. They white, so they don't really understand how I understand. Like, even when the picture came out before it went viral, I told them, like, Mike, I can't have pictures like that.
Right.
Even though me and you playing, bro, it's 100 people at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in the party.
Right.
Out came that infamous photo of Michael Rubin and Lil Baby stuck together like glue. The smiles, the body language, the way they leaned in. Suddenly, what once looked like a harmless group photo started looking like a whole love story in plain sight. And just when the internet was losing it, 50 Cent himself fanned the flames by reposting the pic with a caption that basically screamed, "What the F is going on here?" That's when the rumors went from whispers to a full-blown circus. That's the moment the internet went into absolute chaos. Suddenly, fans were pulling out screenshots, old clips, and so-called receipts, claiming they finally had proof that Michael Rubin and Lil Baby's bond might have gone way beyond business. That one innocent-looking photo, it instantly transformed into Exhibit A, and the timeline blew up with people swearing they had cracked the case wide open. From that point on, every single pic with Rubin wasn't just a friendly selfie. It was treated like hidden evidence. And one photo in particular had fans screaming that they finally solved the mystery. But before we dive into all those receipts, we need to stop and talk about this supposed sugar daddy himself, Michael Rubin. Because this dude is no lightweight in the industry, he's a big-time shot caller. See, most people only recognize Rubin as a music executive, but insiders know his name rings bells in way darker corners of the business. He's been connected to multiple shady dealings, especially rumors linking him to men in powerful circles. He's even been tied to those infamous all-white parties. Yeah, the same type Diddy was known to throw. And that alone had people raising their eyebrows. But here's where it gets sticky. In the last few years, whispers about Rubin's obsession with Lil Baby have only gotten louder. Everywhere Lil Baby shows up, Rubin is lurking close by, smiling at the cameras, hanging in the background, acting like he's just a casual friend. Whether it's private jets, courtside NBA games, or VIP events with billionaires, Rubin is always there, right in the mix. And it doesn't stop with money. People are convinced Rubin isn't just throwing cash behind Lil Baby's career, but actually shaping his whole image. Some fans even argue that Rubin is the one pulling strings behind the odd changes we've seen in Baby recently. That's why Slim Thug's words hit so hard. He didn't just throw out rumors, he cracked open Lil Baby's carefully built cover. Remember that performance where Slim went off about the outfit? Well, fans noticed more than just the shorts. They zoomed in and caught the giant new tattoos on Baby's legs that spelled out 90s Baby. And on anyone else, it might have just been ink. But in this context, people swore it was a hidden message. Slim Thug even hopped on Lil Yachty's podcast and swore up and down that he had security footage that would clear his name and expose the truth once and for all. But here's the catch. He never actually dropped that footage. And on the internet, not showing your so-called receipts is basically the same thing as confessing. Fans tore him apart, saying if he really had it, why keep it locked away? And then came the real bombshell. Lil Baby's own baby mama, Jada Wada, stepped into the spotlight with tea that had everybody shook. She revealed the real reason she finally left Baby wasn't cheating scandals or drama. It was because she saw his true colors. She didn't spill every detail, but the way she worded it left people convinced she was low-key hinting at his alleged ties with Mike Rubin. As if that wasn't enough, Instagram model Teresa Levy jumped on a podcast and added her own story. She claimed that when she and Baby hooked up, he did some things that made her suspect he might not be as straight as everyone thought. She didn't have to spell it out. The way she hinted at it was more than enough to keep the rumor mill spinning out of control. But what came next? That's what really pushed the sugar daddy talk from gossip to a storyline fans couldn't ignore. See, Mike Rubin's role in Baby's life had always looked suspicious. But then, Lil Baby's infamous gambling confession resurfaced, and it hit different this time. For those who missed it, Baby admitted he once lost a jaw-dropping $9 million in just 2 days while gambling. And when it got ugly, guess who stepped in like a watchdog? Mike Rubin himself. According to Baby, Mike personally called casinos to have him banned so he couldn't keep blowing money at the tables. At first, it sounded like a loyal friend stepping in to save him. But after all these other receipts surfaced, fans flipped the narrative. Was Rubin really helping a buddy? Or was he protecting his golden investment? The timing, the control, the way it all lined up had people saying it felt less like friendship and more like a power move. And of course, the comparisons came rolling in. Fans were quick to say this whole dynamic was giving straight-up Diddy and Clive Davis vibes. A mix of mentorship, money, and something way more complicated behind the scenes. And if you remember how that whole Diddy-Clive Davis mess eventually blew up, then you see why fans are convinced Lil Baby might be heading down the same risky road. The only real question left hanging in the air is, who's really the one pulling the strings here? Meanwhile, Slim Thug refuses to fall back. He's still on the internet throwing smoke, reposting old clips, dropping cryptic hints, and basically daring Lil Baby to call him out by name. Slim's acting like he's ready for all the smoke, and he's making sure fans don't forget that he lit this fire in the first place. But here's the twist. Lil Baby, the same guy who was ranting and raging just days ago, suddenly went ghost. No more IG stories, no spicy tweets, no sit-down interviews, nothing. And in the world of hip-hop, silence can mean two very different things. Either you're plotting something massive behind the scenes, or you've run out of moves and don't have a comeback left to give. Here's the real problem, though. While Baby stays quiet, Slim keeps pushing, Rubin's name keeps trending, and fans keep digging up receipts like they're on a scavenger hunt. And the longer Baby refuses to address it, the more people are starting to believe the rumors. So now, the burning question is simple. Is Lil Baby staying silent to protect his street image? Or is he really trying to shield Mike Rubin from being dragged into the spotlight? Because if Slim Thug drops just one more solid receipt, this whole situation could explode from whispers and shady IG subs into a full-blown expose that could torch reputations and end careers. Like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. Because this story is far from over and you don't want to miss what drops next. See you in the next one.